October 7th, Drainage Board meetings of, for order. First up, we got minutes. Anything, a motion to approve the minutes? Last meeting?
Here they are. I don't know which way you want to
I reviewed them online,
Okay.
so do we need this? We don't need to sign these.
Yeah, there's,
God's sakes, give me a
maybe
pen.
the signature page on the second page there.
Do we have a motion, need a second?
I'll second the motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All right. Okay, table request?
No, there.
Yes. Approve request. Once we get done from that. Old business?
Yeah, old business, all I wanted to update you guys on that, and Chuck may have a few updates for us on the two Sport Branch sewer plant, that project there. We did send the bids out on that, they are, due back.
I did attend the Fort Branch Town Council meeting. To discuss this, I'm willing to have the county meet them halfway on the expense of taking down and reinstalling the existing perimeter fence at the sewage disposal plant. I don't have the exact number, but I think our half was like $9,200, something like that. Total bid was 18 and change. They agreed to that. They did have some questions about security on the place during the project. I basically informed them that that would be up to them, whether they needed to put up temporary fencing or something along those lines. We would not be taking care of that. And also told them that we would communicate with them throughout the project, do our best to coordinate with the fencing contractor and everything. In other words, if there's a time delay and the other contractor's ready to start, they may have to start on the south portion and take care of that until we can get the fence out of the way to where they can do the portion up closer to Coal Mine Road or County Road 800 South. So that's pretty much, so we're just awaiting bids to come back and start doing some coordinating.
And I know there was some discussion on that portion of the bid, and I haven't, talked to you guys about that. But, would that be billed from Tri-State Fence directly to the county and the town? Because I think there was some concern on, the drainage board's end about, you know, the maintenance or those maintenance funds for our regulated drains or for maintaining.
As far as I'm concerned, the fencing project should be billed 50/50 to the county and to the city of Fort
Okay.
Branch.
You're not talking about having the drainage board pay, correct?
No,
It's not coming out of your.
no, it will come to the commissioners. 50% bill will come to the commissioners and 50% will go to the city of Fort Branch.
So if I get inquired about that, that would be separate from,
Yes, won't go through the drainage board in any way, shape or form.
So we'll not be taking any of your funds away.
Yeah.
and I do have a copy of those specs. Did you still have those, Matt? Or I can make a copy if anybody'd like to see them. I think it ended up being, we talked about doing all the way from Coal Mine Road, all the way to 25 West, which is Hop Stop Fort Branch Road, and we backed that off. If we do that next section, we won't have these kind of issues. So originally, back here three years ago or so, when we talked about it, this is the section. I think it ended up being something like,
So are you going on all the way to, is it Sandy Creek? What's that creek that tees in?
Past that.
yeah, it'd be past that. It'd be just, we're going to that private lateral that comes in from the east. I think that private lateral is that, EMS building.
Yep.
Comes down and then comes over and dumps into the main. So
Okay.
we're going to there right now. Like I said, I mean, if we want to work on that next portion, it's not gonna be this kind of issue, so
Okay.
this keeps us here. I want to say that, but yeah, 1,443 feet, so. If anybody wants to see those specs, come by my office, and that is due, should have something going, or know who's gonna be doing that work by the 17th.
Did you mail those out or do you have contractors come and ask? for
No, we
packages?
mail those out, so for those bids on the drainage board, for those bids less than $150,000, we can mail out. It doesn't jump into that more formal process like Matt goes through on his stuff.
Indiana code is now moving 150 to 300. So July.
For drainage board,
For
All,
for all.
any purchases?
Okay.
I actually emailed Mike this week talking about that, but
Yeah,
yeah, they moved it, now it's 0 to 50, 50 to 300, now it's above 300, where you have to publicly advertise and move that process. Which is gonna be very beneficial to a lot of the stuff we do.
yeah, because
Especially you
anything
guys.
we do is usually under, they moved it from 75 to
Last
150 a
one.
few years ago now.
Don't you go with beer with
But anything we do usually.
It probably
It's just,
So anything under,
And then I tried it again.
300?
Under 300, get 3
It's
bids,
just a shit out of me.
0 to 50 is 3 estimates to yourself. I can award them, Scott can award them under
Yeah.
50,000. 50 to 300 now, you can have 3 bids submitted to the commissioners, open to, or drainage board, open in the meetings. And then above 300 is now where you have to, public advertise and go through the whole.
Sealed bids and all that.
Good.
No, I assume all of the,
And that gets pretty complicated, so all
Yeah.
of ours.
no, we don't wanna do that if we don't have to. So all of the packages you sent out are to reputable local contractors that we've used before.
Yes, yeah,
'Cause the more we keep it local, the better.
if Candy was here, I think, I could probably tell you.
You don't have to,
Okay.
just as long as they're local reputable.
No, they're all contractors we've used before.
Okay.
So,
Do we know how long that's gonna take? I know it depends on weather and all, did they say about how long it take for that?
I have no guess.
no, I'm a little curious about that too, because with the coordination of, the tri-state fence coordinating with them,
Weather
and the
concern.
weather conditions, because we're moving into late fall here, I could only assume that, that's gonna take some time with when tri-state fence can be there, and then they can get the fence out of the way and our contractor can move in, so.
And obviously, this is probably not the only project contractors are doing this time of year, cause all the farmers are out of the field, so they're all gonna be tiling and ditching and fence row clearing and everything else is associated to that.
All right, next up with Sandy Creek.
Yeah, Sandy Creek, tree removal. The Sandy Creek is just south of, what we just looked at there. And it, goes in behind, it runs east-west and ties into the tubes, just south of Homer. There's been a lot of trees in it for several years. Ever since I've been in office, we've been out there. I've been down in the bottom of that ditch. It does right now, it performs what it was built for, but I think when Gene was in here a few weeks ago, he mentioned the trees. I think at some point, these trees are gonna be a problem. And I wonder if it'd be better to go in and get them now versus waiting till they are a problem. You remember Gene said something about that, I'd pull it up and show it to you. But it wouldn't be any dirt work on that, it'd be tree removal, and I've got some specs ready to go on that. And if you guys wanna move forward with tree removal on Sandy Creek, just south of Fort Branch there, go ahead and send those bid packages out.
I mean, the sooner the better, the longer you wait, the bigger the trees, the more it's gonna cost, so.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
when
I
you
just-
guys remove those, do you have, I mean, do they come in and grind them? Do you have them cut them and haul them off, or combination?
It's a combination of things. We can burn them, as long as the piles are totally gone,
Right.
when we're done. But, I think what I have in the specs is, neat piles in the 75-foot right of entry easement,
Okay,
so. but a lot
and
of
what do you
times
do
those-
about the stumps? Cause I know before I've cleared fence rows and stuff, especially like a mulberry tree or something like that, the where you cut it, it comes back.
Yeah.
Do you treat them to,
Yeah,
with
we
like
put
a tordon or something?
we put a board on
Okay.
the stumps. I did put that in there as well.
Okay,
So
good enough.
Stumps with board on, so. So we'll move forward with that. I just kind of wanted to make sure there, it's kind of hard to get an idea of where that, project might come in at.
We'll need a vote on that or anything. They wouldn't.
Go ahead and motion on it, yes.
Okay, and take a motion to go ahead and start, for Sandy Creek tree removal.
I'll make that motion.
Then I will second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. New business, we got discussion, current project, Willard project.
Yeah, this has been on here, just to remind everybody that, Willard, we're past September 30th now, so I believe on that job, that was awarded to, Man Excavating, which is, Mark Adam Noss. And he should be starting that within 30 days of, October 1st. So that's the portion between, 64 and Engle Bridge, so. Just kind of wanted to mention that to you. I believe, Nick, that's your area, but sometimes we get calls on that, or what are you doing type, so I kind of like to keep that fresh in your guys's,
What's that?
that's the Lillard, so 600 on down, we did from 600 to 64. And this next section really doesn't have any tillable ground on either side of it, does it, or?
Oh.
It's from 64 to Engle Bridge. We had to do it. Well, you maybe have been working on this since you left,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
We had to go through the MAC and get HLR and get a wetland delineation.
Saw Bobcat.
Yes, yeah.
Well, there's no cooters, is there?
River Cooters,
Yeah.
Eastern River Cooters, I got it on our one, bridge out there, what was that? That was the Erie Canal.
Aqueduct,
The
yeah.
Wabash Erie Canal, there was a sign of, Eastern River Cooters.
Yeah.
So watch out for those, good kind
They're mean if you corner them.
Pretty neat picture of a
of Bobcat,
bobcat
and
out there.
weeds,
Yeah, there,
like
yes.
feet away.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it blends, it camouflages in, just.
It's really cool.
Had to pull it up.
Habitat.
Okay. Gus, George's lateral fallen tree removal.
Yeah, the Gus George's, we got a tree down in that,
River cooters.
lateral, that's a lateral to the clay mire. And, just kind of want to let you guys know, we're gonna get that out of there. That doesn't have tillable ground on it either, but, we get a lot of calls, wanted to kind of let you guys know, report that to you guys. It's a hunting area, so when we get in there with excavators, the hunters wonder, kind of inquire what's going on. I just kind of want to let you guys know on that one. So, we do have that one lined up to be taken out.
Next up, we got Claymire, a main fallen tree removal.
Yeah, just on around the corner from there, there's a few trees in the ditch in a couple different places. And, we are in the process of getting someone to get in there and get those log jams out on that. Those are in a wooded area, possibly a wetlands area. We will have to take those out off site. So we can't pull those or burn them or leave them in the 75-foot. If we want to do anything like that, everything that we cut in here, if we haul it to a highland area, we can do through the one-step process. One-step log jam removal process through the course. So it's a little more expensive, but if anybody wonders why we're, going through the extra cost of carrying those logs out of that area, that's why they won't want us drag them up and pile them up in the woods.
All right, completed project.
And I don't have anything there. So,
But we will soon, right?
hopefully we will soon, I guess. Yeah. Crops are coming out of the field and, like I always say, that's a lot of our work is when the crops are out. So,
All right, entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Oh, I had one other thing I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
Our, side by side, we were gonna use it here a couple weeks ago, and it has been moved. It was in the gray building. Now the gray building has a area in the, I guess, southeast corner has been, fenced off. A room has been built
It's for evidence
for
storage,
evidence.
large evidence.
And our side by side set there, I think they may have moved it out. George may have moved it out of there. Thinking about the parking lot, you know, in case we needed to get it out, and they were working on the parking lot. I hope it goes back in there. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were okay, that there was some good communication there, because, I think I was being told that we may have to find somewhere else to put it, and we will need somewhere to put it. Where it's at now, it's in the old jail basement. And it's not, it took, by the time we got someone to unlock that door, from the time I left the office to go see about, what we needed to hook up to it, until the time I laid eyes on it, because we had to go to the new jail, get someone to unlock the old jail. They had to meet us. The guy with the right key had to meet us. We had involved like 3 or 4 officers by that time, and it took me 30 minutes to lay my eyes side by side from the time I left the courthouse. So that's not very,
Okay, don't you think that, I'll talk to George about that, don't you think we can just build a wall, something right there? They can just build a wall, so right there, cause after where they had that side by side at, you know, it's in that dirt,
that west door, it'd be ideal for us. I know, no,
Don't think the sheriff's department's gonna want that whole building,
I don't know, sir. Oh, you want the whole-
I think they will, I mean, yes,
they
if
will.
they,
So I'd
Yes.
rather find some other type of permanent solution.
and that's
And I
fine.
don't know
As long as
where
you leave the
that,
key in it, you can put it in my pole barn.
That's what, I thought it would have been quicker if it was at my house. I could have literally drove home, hooked up to it, and been back quicker than I laid eyes on it over here.
But we
is
don't.
there
we don't-
so does it include a trailer? It's the side by side
Yes.
on a trailer?
It's on an open trailer.
Matt, is there a corner in the Quonset hut or not?
Oh, we're talking about adding on to the building there, the tire stuff.
I wonder if we could do that, or could we go somewhere in the back corner and build a little inexpensive Hobgood 2-car garage for,
I mean, you can get those ones they pull in and drop for you for very reasonable.
the big skid mounted yard bar?
You can get like 16 by 40 for $20,000.
Could something be built off that west door? And here's the problem out it, you know, if it is a building coming in or something, even out, let's say we're going north to the Miller. Okay, so we leave the courthouse and we're driving south to the highway garage. And then we found that to be, the little bit of time we could access it at the gray building, we could be hooked up to it and going to our job. It was very productive. So
Okay,
something,
plan,
in the area.
plan B. Could we set one of those modular 1-car garages on the parking lot where you park your truck?
That's up to you guys, but it wouldn't bother me none.
I mean,
Where you park your truck,
huh?
where you park your truck.
Right beside Crickets, that lot beside Crickets at the.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, I was thinking about where you park your truck at. yeah.
Probation.
Now, I don't know.
That or in the back of the prosecutor's parking lot, the old,
North End.
well, hell,
So
I got a better idea, right out here in the grass area.
Anywhere up here, I think, I haven't really.
Because what, I mean, you could call Stan Beatles if you needed to move, they'll say
Right,
that.
we'll put it on a rollback and take it wherever.
What size would we be looking at? I mean, I'm thinking, 16 would be nice,
16 be nice.
but how deep would you think you would need?
16 by 20.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna say 16 by 16 minimal, but
Well, they need to be tall enough too to get the trailer.
They make them with 1-car garage door.
I mean, with the trailer.
Well, right, with it on the trailer, you have to make sure.
That's the only height problem,
Yeah.
that'd be the hardest part. But, yeah, we got plenty of room right here.
But that's just something I wanted to mention, I didn't know.
I don't think
You know.
that gray building of the sheriff's department's gonna, because I know that they will expand and they will need that whole building. So if we do anything, it's gonna be a temporary, and then 6 months down the road, they're gonna say, you gotta get it out of there.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression I got as well.
Right,
Um,
so something if we could do. You know, one of those things that if. We ever get a permanent solution to this. Throw that thing on a
move,
rollback
actually move the
and
building.
move it somewhere else.
The county commissioners bought all that. And they're taking it over, so.
But they
Well,
keep-
I understand
like, when
they
they did the garage, see, they used to have that parking garage under it.
We need an office here too.
I know, and the health department needs a building and the
Yeah,
EMA's in a closet.
yeah.
Is there any, I guess, and I would agree that not trying to infringe on what somebody else needs in the county. I know that gray building worked good though, and
Yeah,
I know that there is, would that be a temporary solution and while we're looking for this building or something like that? I know that west door was pretty nice. I think my concern there was, is that even, giving us access to that building,
That's
Is what we
gonna
would
be a
almost
forever
need.
problem.
that would be a problem. If we've got to meet an officer over there, we're kind of running into the similar problem we had the other day. Where we're going to, we just want to get back up to our side by side, hook it on and get out to a ditch or a section corner. And then all of a sudden we're running into calling people and trying to get people over and.
I think you can get. I think you can get online and do some investigating, and by next meeting, we could have one of those portable ones set. And in the meantime, if you're going to be using it. I would say pull it out of the jail basement and park it in the parking lot, lock the trailer to where, it's gonna set out in the weather for a little bit, but. You can't wait 2 hours every time you need it to go have them unlock and all of that stuff.
I'll start looking, what I can do is start looking at county properties, I guess. We were kind of mentioning all kinds of areas.
Yeah.
And then, and looking at buildings.
And then I guess we'd have to check with Princeton for zoning regulations to see if there's anything we have to do to.
Yeah, I can look into that, yeah.
Basically a yard barn type
Yeah.
thing, and it's not a permanent structure. I don't know how they.
Think we'd be okay as long as we're in compliance with the setback requirements.
I'll look into digging into some information and bring it back to you guys, if not by the next commissioner meeting, by the next drainage board meeting. How'd that sound?
Yeah,
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Everybody all good? All right. Entertain motion to adjourn.
Make that motion.
director.
All in favor, please, all say aye.
Now, I've Devon's law and try and move soccer goals, or am I gonna get wet?
Well, you probably need to do both. You're gonna get wet.
Gonna get wet. I got wet yesterday.
Range must have stopped.